Sorry about that. The phone was full with storage, so I had to get rid of it. But coming back at you with another a part two of my last one, and we'll get back to what I was saying. And I was in chapter 9 of Jeremiah, verse 12. And, gave you a full example of what's happening with the water, what's happening with certain things that's going on out there in the world. And there's a lot of shit that you need to pay attention to. And, through the spirit and power of Yahweh Hashem El Shah should get you ready for the things that are happening and to brace yourself because the impact is coming. It's getting a lot closer and closer, and pretty soon, the high prophets like Great Millstone, they won't be with us, you know what I'm saying, to be teaching us no more. They've done all they could, you know what I'm saying. They did their job perfectly well. It won't be brothers like me that's doing it out of the passion in my heart, not only to show my works to Yahweh, but to share the word with you guys too, and won't be around for too long. A lot of us will be, fending for ourselves or on our own, trying to survive the tribulation and hoping that Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, have mercy on us in the name of Yahweh Shai, have mercy on us and cover us and protect us during these times. So I'm going to get back to Jeremiah. It says, who is this wise man who may understand this, and who is he to whom the mouth of Yahweh has spoken, that he may declare it? Why does the land perish and burn up like a wilderness, so that no one passes through? So, and it's also asking you, the prophets, do you know how to break this down? You know what I'm saying? Do you know who to go to understand this book? Do you know what the nuclear day is? Do you know the agenda and the war plans of Yahweh Shemel Shai? Do you know these such things? Do you understand this? So it says, and Yahweh said, because they have forsaken my law, which I set before them, and have not obeyed my voice, nor walked according to it, but they walked according to the dictates of their own hearts, and after the Baals, which their fathers taught them. Therefore thus says Yahweh of hosts, Yahweh of Israel, behold, I will feed them, this people, with wormwood, and give them water of gall to drink. And wormwood is the great and terrible day. Wormwood is a nuclear bomb. You know what I'm saying? So that's what God is going to feed our people, you know what I'm saying, for their disobedience and for them not turning to him and for them worshiping idols and trusting the idols instead of looking up in the heavens. Instead of listening to the prophets, they wanted to listen to other people. Instead of them loving Yahweh, they loved white men. You know what I'm saying? So, that's just what it is. It's so simple, it's so basic, people wouldn't even believe it. People wouldn't even understand it, but it was all true. And you about to figure it out that this white man is the devil. He the one that's over there got control of your food. He the one that's over there having control of your water. He got control of your car. He got control of your phone. He got control over your family. He got control over you and your life as you know it. We in the land of our captivity. We not free. Just because you feel like you done came up on a little bit of money, you know what I'm saying? You are not free, You are not free to do as you will. You can't do whatever the fuck you want. This is just not our rest, like the Lord say. This ain't Jacob's rest. So how can we be comfortable in the land of our captivity? And that's what's making Yahweh angry, because our people are doing the same thing that they did in the wilderness when Yahweh got them out during Exodus from Egypt. They you know what I'm saying? They don't want to believe in Yahweh. They don't want to believe in God. They want to do the things that they want to do, And that was what's angering Yahweh back then, and the same thing is happening now. So the same people that was back then talking about it ain't enough food, we starving, we was led into the wilderness by a devil to be killed, them the same ones that don't believe today. It says, I will scatter them also among the Gentiles, whom neither they nor their fathers have known, and I will send a sword after them until I have consumed them. And that's slave trade. That's exactly what happened to us. Yahweh, by Hashem Yahushua, cast us into slave trade for us disobeying Him, and we fell out of godhood because of that. You know what I'm saying? So, godhood meaning our royalty. You know what I'm saying? We lost our royalty. We lost our empire because we was doing ungodly things, and we turned away from the Lord, provoking Yahweh to jealousy. That's how we came up in this captivity that we've been in for like 500 or 600 years, you know, and we done been stuck in this captivity, and the Edomites have got us, the Gentiles have got us, and, you know, they put us into slavery. You know, they talking about, they bringing out all kinds of stuff, all horrible acts that Esau has done to the children of Israel. They forward their affliction, even though Yahweh told them that it was enough, meaning that they done ate us, they done raped us, you know what I'm saying? They done have put babies in our women. They done killed countless of our men, and they done killed our children. You know what I'm saying? Calling them gator bait, using them for gun practice. You know, turning them into roasting our people alive. You know, all kinds of disgusting acts that these white people have done that completes, you know what I'm saying, the vengeance that Yahweh Hashem Yahushua is going to take on them. So when Yahweh Shai is done with us, what's going to be the end of our enemies? Terrible, man. It's going to be 10 times worse on our enemies than it is on us. So yeah, we're going to get our lick. But after we get our lick, what's going to happen to our enemies? Yahweh looking like, after I punish y'all, oh, you don't even want to know what's about to happen to these white niggas. You don't even want to know. But I'm going to tell you, I'm going to show you what's going to happen to them, you know? It's going to be terrible, man. And ain't nobody going to feel sorry. Ain't nobody going to regret. Ain't nobody going to give a fuck about them. People, a lot of us those of us that's in the truth that know what it is, we're going to rejoice over them falling. You know what I'm saying? And the rest of them the rest of our brothers and sisters that get mad at this shit and talk about, oh, it's our fault that these things are happening. You guys are some sort of terrorists, some sort of witches. How did you know all these things that are coming to play? You know, we don't feel bad about them. Let them niggas go. Let them niggas die, man. You know, especially the ones that got families with these white people and, you know, and got babies by these white bitches and married to these white men for money. You know, them people, they really gotta go, man. Them the wicked ass 2/3, man. They look to the oppressor for a way out when he ain't got no way out for you. So it says, thus says Yahweh Shem Shai of hosts, consider and call forth for the mourning woman, that they may come, and send for skillful wailing women, that they may come. Let them make haste and take up a wailing for us, that our eyes may run with tears, and our eyelids gush with water. For a voice of wailing is heard from Zion. How are we plundered? We are greatly ashamed, because we have forsaken Yahweh, or forsaken the land, because we have been cast out of our dwelling. Yet hear the word of Yahweh, O women, and let your ear receive the word of his mouth. Teach your daughters wailing, and everyone her neighbor lamentation, for death has come through our windows, has entered our palaces, to kill off the children, no longer to be outside, and the young men no longer on the streets. Because when the nuclear day comes, it's going to obliterate everything. And if you're not on the chariots, you know what I'm saying, either you're going to be a part of the wormwood, you know what I'm saying, or you're going to be in the wine press. Because the wine press is described with Yahweh Shai, you know what I'm saying, and the angels running amok on the wicked 2/3 and the Edomites that are here on the great nuclear day. Of course, we know the Edomites ain't going nowhere, but the 2/3 that are left behind that God don't want, and it's ordered for them to be destroyed, they're going to be a part of the wine press. They're going to be an ocean. By the time Yahweh Shai done with the world, it's going to be an ocean of nuclear waste and blood. That's exactly how bad it's going to be. It's going to be nothing left but ruin, nuclear waste, and blood, man. Nothing but blood, guts, body parts everywhere. Yahweh Shai said, I'm going to wail like a woman in childbirth, you know, and I'm going to go berserk on these niggas, man. And we keep warning you about the wrath of Yahweh. It's getting closer, and it's getting closer, because Yahweh Shai is going to magnify his Father on the earth. Like the Lord keeps saying, that's one of his main quotes. You will know that I am Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, Lord Almighty, man. The defender of Israel, man. And by Israel, he's meaning the elect, you know what I'm saying? And like it said, consider and call for the mourning women. because a lot of the men that these women depend on that are not in the word, they're gonna die in the great war. So it's gonna be real bad, and it's gonna be getting real demonic. They're gonna die, and a lot of them gonna die during the collapse. They're not even gonna make it to the MOTB, or you know what I'm saying, the brain chip, or the hand chip. They're not even gonna make it to that point. And a lot of them gonna die in the race wars. A lot of them gonna die from starvation. A lot of them gonna die from famine. Die from starvation, die from plagues, and die from getting shot up and getting blown up and getting ripped apart and stabbed up. A lot of us men is not even gonna be left, but the elect. You know what I'm saying? So, it's gonna be a majority of our women that's gonna be left without no men, and they cannot reproduce. They cannot get their lust off. So they're gonna go even more berserk. And a lot of women that are gay during them times that do make it that far, you know what I'm saying, to damn near WW3, they gonna realize like, damn, I can't be without a man. Without a man, how the hell we gonna reproduce? How the hell we gonna live? Who gonna defend us? Who gonna protect us? If half of them dead and the elect are still alive, when they get to the elect, some of the elect ain't even gonna want these women, man. A lot of women are very controlling, you know what I'm saying? A lot of women are very dominant, A lot of women really could care less about niggas, you know what I'm saying? Really could care less about the men of Israel. They undermine them, they think that they better than us, and they have not endured even half the shit that a man can go through. They have not endured that shit, but they pose and they lollygag and they act like they just hard, and I don't need a man in this society. Women rule the world. Those type of women with those conceited mindsets, they're gonna reconsider in them days, man. In these days to come, they're gonna reconsider it, whether they caught by a bunch of Edomite soldiers and they about to get raped, or they about to get put down because they don't look good enough, or they out there starving to death because they old as fuck, you know what I'm saying, or they cannibals, they gotta eat their kids. There's gonna be different scenarios that women are gonna go through. Then they gonna need Jake. They gonna need they gonna need the men to be leaders. But how, when they all dead? You know what I'm saying? So, like they say, through the women, through her, we all die. So all the men are gonna die. A lot of men is gonna die. And if you're not of the elect and you don't have that mark on you, God say you through, man. It's gonna be so bad to where the elect see the wicked. The wicked of the 2/3 of our brothers and sisters, and you hear the shit that they talking about, you know what I'm saying? And he was like, oh, you didn't hear about the Bible? You don't know nothing about the word? Then I don't even need to be around you. You're not even a woman that I want to lay with. I don't even want to be with you. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to just let you be as you are, and then I'm going to get on. A lot of niggas, a lot of prophets, and a lot of brothers that know the word, we going to know, like, nah, you ain't no good to me. You can't go where I'm going. Get your ass on, you know what I'm saying? Oh, but can I come with you, please, you know what I'm saying? Because a lot of niggas gonna peep that, the words that's gonna come out the prophet's mouth. If you catch them on the road, you catch them on the street, the shit that we're gonna tell you, you gonna be like, yeah, they know something. You got something I need, and we be like, I don't know what the fuck you talking about. You can't have what I've got. I can't give you the light. Like the Most High said, the kingdom of heaven is in you. The light of Yahweh, the spirit of Yahweh is in you. I can't give you this light. It's a part of me. It ain't some flashlight the word ain't some flashlight I can just toss you to where you can see in the dark. It don't work like that, So you had your chance, When the prophets tell your ass to fuck off, you know what I'm saying? It's gonna drive you nuts because they got something you don't have, man. And that's the spirit, that's the blessing that's gonna allow them to go forward while you falter and you get left behind. That's the true meaning of being left behind. You not knowing the word, man. Oh, man, that's going to be so bad for these brothers, man. Especially when they figure out that the God is the one doing it to them. They're going to try to find each and every way to get back to Yahweh and to the Lord. You know what I'm saying? Some still going to be calling on Jesus Christ, and that shit ain't going to work. Some of them going to know the name of Yahweh, but Yahweh going to know that they phony, they weak. You know what I'm saying? And they didn't do the work. They didn't do shit. You know what I'm saying? And some of them did, but they cheated. And some of them was traitors. And man, it ain't gonna be good for them, man. But you got that's the design of Yahweh Shem Yahshai, this life and death thing. It's designed like that, and it's up to Yahweh whether He gonna put you in life or He gonna put you in death, man. And you don't want to be like that during these times that's coming, man. Prophets warned you. They warned you. You know what I'm saying? Especially you lazy ass niggas out there that's laying around acting like America ain't falling apart around you. Things take time. You know what I'm saying? But the right now in the time frame that we in, these things are manifesting and they start to get visible to where you can see that shit, man. So how long you gonna wait to go out there and go do the work? How long you gonna wait to get back to Yahweh when you ain't got no food, you ain't got no water, y'all starving? Y'all right, these people riding. It's only so long to where they come to your apartment. You know what I'm saying? You got to get your guns ready. You got to be able to take shit. You got to be able to take care of your family. It's a thing called baggage, man. You don't want no baggage on you when this shit happens, man. Because when this shit happens, you going to, man, half the shit that you got is a luxury, man. You're going to be mad. The ones that don't believe in Yahweh, they going to be mad at the Lord because the Lord going to take that shit away from them. Going to take your family away. Going to take your car away. Going to take your money away. Going to take your job away because this was the collapse is coming to, man. And God told you during your time here, don't get too comfortable out here. You know what I'm saying? Because this world is fleeting away. It's passing away. God gave you a gazillion signs to tell you that this shit ain't going to last long, man. It's not. Ooh, I feel bad for the ones that are old, man. The elderly ain't getting no mercy, man. They about to get their ass whooped, man. That shit about to be bad for them, yo. Real bad. But we gonna continue. So much for them. It says, speak. It says, speak, thus says Yahweh, even the carcasses of men shall fall as a refuse on the open field, like cuttings after the harvester, and no one shall gather them. Yep, gonna be so many dead bodies after this is all over with. You gonna walk on them. That's how bad it's gonna be, man. You gonna want to go in the city to see the resources that you can get, but if you're not the elect and you don't have no power from Yahweh, you ain't gonna be able to go through that city. Nigga, the disease and the flies and all the flesh that's spoiled gonna block your path. You ain't gonna be able to walk through that city and come out the other end alive, man. It's not gonna, and the resources is in the city, man. But what good is that gonna do if you don't have Yahweh to do what like He did with Moses to part the flood, to part the Red Sea so the children could walk through. You don't have that power to part, what I'm saying, those diseases and them flies so you can get the resources that you need. It don't work like that. Especially if you're not in the Word and Lord didn't give you no power, it's gonna be bad. But it is gonna be some brothers that ain't got no power. You know what I'm saying? And God still make a way for them. You know what I'm saying? So. But the dead bodies, I'm trying to tell you, it's gonna be lots of killing. Oh, boy, all the way down from them, all the way down from people rioting and coming out their houses to niggas coming out the jail cells, man. Especially the niggas that's gonna come out them jail cells, man. They're gonna be bad, man. The gangbangers, the wicked ass crackheads, cause they done cut drugs off. You know what I'm saying? Weed heads that cannot sustain a sober mind and keep themselves intact. You know what I'm saying? Oh my goodness. There's so much to cover on the collapse that's coming. It's bad, man. This shit is bad, man. That's for the 2/3. It's good for us, but we know the destruction that's coming and the rage of God, man. It's getting closer by the day. They telling you, man, they don't know if they gonna last through June, man, without having the first riots and the great starvations being popped off. It's gonna be one hell of a summer. If it collapses during the beginning of June, it's gonna be one hell of a summer, man. It's already falling apart right now. You know what I'm saying? So how fast is this shit gonna run into the ground during the summer, man? And this summer is gonna be the hottest summer on record, man. They talking about a series of droughts. No more food. You know what I'm saying? For you doomsday preppers that think that y'all got some good ass food, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? In vegetation in your backyard, you better harvest that shit now, cause they talking about rationalize that water, man. It's gonna start from California and then come all the way on down. However, this shit is gonna work out, and there's certain things that's unavoidable. Like inflation is unavoidable. We already know. Straight depression. That is guaranteed. However, apocalyptic economic crash will happen, we know certain things are unavoidable. Your food shortages, unavoidable. The price is going up, unavoidable. We know it's going to happen. You know what I'm saying? We just don't know how it's going to happen, you know? And one sign that we get in that is that the more and more we call on Yahweh, you know what I'm saying? The more and more the Lord hear us and come and rescue us from this shit, man. And it's just more retarded. What's worse than a person that need to be rescued that don't want to be rescued? That's how the 2/3 are, and that's what's making Yahweh angry. Like, but it's through the will and the power and the spirit of Yahweh. Yahweh know because he created them to be that way. There's gonna be some people that he redeemed, and some people that's gonna get left behind, man. And I'm trying to be one of them people that be saved. Fuck all that, man. I want the Lord to look upon me and see my works. Like, okay, he got some works, he got some shit going on. You know what I'm saying? He was out there on the highways and byways. He, you know, probably going off a little bit, but overall he was out there. You know, he went hard. You know, he did everything in his power to show me that I love Yahweh, I love the Lord. You know what I'm saying? So like I said, fuck you to all you lazy ass niggas. How the fuck I'ma feel bad for a lazy ass nigga? He didn't get up. He didn't take time out for himself to go and worship Yahweh. He didn't go out to the highways and byways and embarrass himself day in and day out. You know how many people told me to shut the fuck up? You know how many people threatened me? You know how many crackheads wanted to hurt me? You know what I'm saying? You know how many people came up against me over the Bible? You know how many people ignored me? You know what I'm saying? You know how many bitches laughed at me on the low like, this nigga crazy. You out here preaching the words of God and shit, talking about the end of the world. You know, talking about fuck white people, you know? So all these people that I see, and it's a small world, you'd be surprised who you run into, man, when the end happened. Oh, you was that brother that was out there on the highways and byways, huh? Could you tell me a little bit of what's going on and why this shit that's happening? And I'm gonna tell him, you mean to tell me you don't know what the fuck going on? You need to get the fuck out of my face, man. Niggas been telling you for a long time now, you know. And like the Most High say, and the tongues, and the tongues shall cleave to the prophets. The mouths of the prophets is they gonna man, and the Most High is gonna harden our hearts so bad we not gonna want to share the word with you. This shit is pure gold, man. The Bible is pure gold. This ain't something that I can just give to you, knowing the worth of the Bible and how much this book is, how worth this. Nigga, this for me. Like the Lord say, it's for you. The word is for you. I'm trying to tell you, my nigga, if you got any common sense, you know what I'm saying? And I'm not the best of the brothers. I'm not the brightest of the brothers, but I do know one thing: to get the word out and to preach it to the best of my abilities, man. Of course, I know a vast amount of knowledge, but the Most High, more importantly, wants me to get that word across to your ass. You come back to Yahweh, or the Most High gonna lay you down. That's exactly what's gonna be. You're gonna go to rest with this shit. It ain't no game. This shit is actually pretty serious. And we gonna continue. I got like a couple of more minutes. It says, thus says Yahweh, let not the wise man glory in his wisdom. Let not the mighty man glory in his might. Because God don't give a fuck if you got a high school diploma from this white man. God gonna destroy you. God don't care if you are an Olympian and you you the top grade weight thrower in the Olympics, and you just buff out of your mind. You buffered and biscuit Olivia Biscuit. You know what I'm saying? You buff like Booker T buff. God don't give a fuck. God do not. Yahweh don't care about your body, man. He's not a respecter of persons. Oh, God don't kill me. I got a degree. You know what I'm saying? Oh, Lord, don't hurt me. I'm so fine. I'm so beautiful. God don't care about that. Because one thing y'all forgot about Yahweh is that the Lord ain't human, nigga. He's not human. This is what makes the Most High to be feared. Like he's some sort of, like, we know Yahweh. You know what I'm saying? He the Almighty and all that. But to y'all, when God come after you, when Yahweh come after you, you going to think he's some sort of demon, some sort of monster. That's how he's going to appear to you. They got a nickname that they call Yahweh. They call him Ali Shidra. And Allah Shaydra in Hebrew means terrible power. You know what I'm saying? So the Most High is a terrible power among the children of Israel. Before any man in the past would lay fingers on the children of Israel, they see a dark ass cloud over the children of Israel, and they would think twice about, oh nah, maybe it's not the wisest decision to go to war with these niggas, man. Cause look what's over them. You know what I'm saying? Look what's over them. Big ass dark cloud, a big ass tornado behind them. You know what I'm saying? That's the might and the power of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. You don't even want to touch him, man. You don't even understand the Most High's language. You know what I'm saying? Like the Most High could speak through fire, rain, snow, hurricane. You actually telling me you gonna talk to the hurricane? Hell no, man. You gonna run for you gonna run for your fucking life, man. You telling me you gonna stand there and talk to the tornado? You know how much, and that's the main thing that the Lord put on you is fear, man. Fear, man. Fear is the beginning of knowledge, man. No, it's the fear of Yahweh is the beginning of knowledge. You gotta fear the Lord. You gotta know Yahweh by Shem Yahweh's name. You think Moses was afraid when he stood in front of Yahweh and on Mount Sinai, man. And Moses was so afraid, he had to take that fear off him, man. He had to take the feeling of fear off him so he can stand before that great tornado. You know what I'm saying? Of fire and thunder and all that, you know? You have to put the spirit on him for him to understand what Yahweh was talking about, you know? So, you know, a lot of people ain't gonna understand the Lord, man. And he gonna come in many forms to get your ass, man. Whether through a gun, you know what I'm saying? Whether through a knife, whether through a man or an animal. You know what I'm saying? You can get caught in these hideous ass plays. You can get caught in these demonic storms. You know, it's a lot of things that's gonna come into play. With the, like when they tell you the end of time is gonna be apocalyptic, it's gonna be bad, man. This shit gonna be ringing off the hinges. I just feel bad for people that's not in the word, man. I do. Like at the same time I don't, but you know, I'm gonna be like, damn, like y'all had all that time, you know. You telling me you didn't not pray not once? You didn't think about God not one time in your life? You telling me you fought the prophets? You telling me you laughed at them? You mocked them? Oh my goodness. Because you're going to have people like that you going to confront, man. And then you're going to have to get up out of there because you end up going to have to kill these niggas. You know what I'm saying? Or they going to try to kill you after you telling them the truth like that. You know, because the Most High may open some people's eyes at the end. And at the end, it's just going to make them go, the truth will make your head explode, man, if you ain't ready for it. It says, nor let the rich man glory in his riches, but let him who glories glory in this. It says that he understands and knows me, that I am Yahweh by Shem Yahushai, exercising loving kindness, judgment, righteousness in the earth. For in these I delight, says Yahweh. Behold, the days are coming, says Yahweh, that I will punish all who are circumcised with the uncircumcised. It says Egypt, Judah, Edom, the people of Ammon, Moab, and all the farthest corners who dwell in the wilderness, for all these nations are uncircumcised, and all the house of Israel are uncircumcised in the heart. Amen. Did you hear that? It says, behold, the days are coming, says Yahweh, that I will punish all who are circumcised with the uncircumcised. You know what I'm saying? So those of them that heard the truth and those of them that didn't heard the truth, those of them that heard the truth and turned away and didn't do no work, you know what I'm saying? And those of them that didn't know the word, you know what I'm saying? They gonna get hit hard, man. They gonna get hit hard as fuck. And it says Egypt, Judah, Edom. You know what I'm saying? The people of Ammon and Moab. And all who are in the farthest corners who dwell in the wilderness. For all these nations are uncircumcised, and all the house of Israel are uncircumcised in the heart. Hear the word of Yahweh, who speaks to you, O house of Israel. Thus says the Lord, do not learn the way of the Gentiles. Do not be dismayed by the signs of heaven, for the Gentiles are dismayed at them. For the customs of the people are futile. So when the Gentiles see the chariots, some of the Gentiles know some of this Bible. You know what I'm saying? They fear Yahweh Bashim Shah. When they see the chariots, they get afraid, you know, because they know that Yahweh is coming, that Yahweh is near. So when we see the chariots, we rejoice. We know that they're there and they're watching over us. And that one day, if we're deemed worthy, we can get beamed up, you know, and you know, turn out to be the elect and get beamed up and saved on the last day. Because some of us will make it to the last day because of the will of Yahweh Shimi Al Shai. We're going to be so terrified down to the last minute, man. Some of us might be almost put to death and be saved at the last minute. Some of us is going to be made martyrs and be put to death. You know, but they're going to end up on them chariots quick, man. Those who face death and overcome death get the crown of life, man. Some of us that die, they're going to get the crown of life a lot quicker than those of us that got to make it to the last day. That's some real shit. It says, for the customs of the people are futile, for one cuts a tree from the forest, the work of the hands of the workmen with the axe. It says they decorate it with silver and gold, they fasten it with nails and hammers, so that it will not topple. They are upright like a palm tree, and they cannot speak. They must be carried, because they cannot go by themselves. Do not be afraid of them, for they cannot do evil, nor can they do any good. And that's them false gods, them idols, man. And they gonna realize that while they praying to that white man Jesus cross, and they can't do nothing, they can't save, they can't speak, he can't come off the he can't shoot up off the cross and then fly up and fight Yahweh. They can't do nothing. The people that's bowing down to Buddha, Buddha is just a piece of gold, you know. That's all that he is. I'll take Buddha and go and pawn his bitch ass. That's how that's how fake of a god he is. That's not a real god. That's just a piece of jewelry, nigga. Something that I can go and pawn to go to so I can stay alive. Kali is just a wicked ass imagination of some Hindu. You know what I'm saying? Oh, my God got 6 arms and got a third eye with a snake tail, and he got dick and boobies. You know what I'm saying? Because that's the Kali. The Kali, that shit ridiculous. I'm like, oh, come on, man. If your God was real, then when I go over there to your region, y'all all should have 6 arms, but y'all don't. Y'all still got the one image that Yahweh created, the hands and the feet. That's how you know that Yahweh exists, because God said that's all I made. If I were to go to China and see the Buddhists, you know what I'm saying, then everybody should be gold, you know what I'm saying, and bald-headed, you know, but that's not how it goes, you know. If I were to go to some part in Indonesia or whatever, and these motherfuckers worship cows, then the cow should, you know what I'm saying, the cow, you know what I'm saying, they should have horns and shit, be half man, half beast like this damn cow, and a cow is just a wildebeest. You know how many times you gotta bow down to a damn cow out there? Every time a cow walk past, every time you walk past a cow, you gotta kneel to it. And it's just an animal, you know? So, like they say, they can't save, they can't speak, they can't hear. That these motherfuckers is just a bunch of toys. That's all that they are. These idols. That shit is fucking weird, man. When I realized that the Jesus Christ that I worship was an idol, you know what I'm saying, was just a toy, just a piece of jewelry, a piece of silver, you know what I'm saying, and it was an abomination to the Lord, because that's not real, that's not living. It makes God jealous, and Yahweh's like, I'm the living God, and I'm a part of the wind, I'm a part of the clouds, I'm a part of the sun. Even though I dwell in the uppermost parts of heaven, I made all these things. So consider all these things and know that I'm always around you, I'm always with you. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, the Most High say, y'all the children of Israel, I am in you. You know what I'm saying? You are my temple, you know? You are my temple. You are the temple of Yahweh. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, the Most High say, I dwell with you, I'm with you always, man. So why would you, you don't go to other gods. You don't go to these things. These things ain't even real. It's only going to make God mad. Because God say, I'm everywhere, man. I'm within you. The kingdom of heaven is within you, like the Lord say. God say, I dwell with my people. So it's a disrespect for them to be doing the shit that they do. God can see it. God can feel it. And God don't want to feel it. That's a part of spiritual fornication. You worshiping other gods and worshiping these false idols is spiritual fornication. God don't want to fornicate with this. That's not me. You know what I'm saying? That's not who I am. I don't wanna. I don't wanna worship you. By you bowing down, it's like saying God bowing down to Yahweh Himself, bowing down to this cross, this fake, this white man Jesus. That somebody that's trying to play His son. That's what's making Yahweh angry, because He's that connected to His people. You know. But that's the grand design of the Lord, because you got the good, you got the bad, you got the light, you got the dark. You know, it's a balance between all things. I create light, I create darkness. I make good, I make evil. I kill and I make alive. I, Yahweh, do all these things. God does all these things, which makes Him perfect. It makes Him perfect. Everything that's happening right now, down from the great collapse to the wickedness of our people, you know what I'm saying? Down to us being on the highways and byways, doing the best that we can. Down to the white man at his greatest apex of his evil pride, and him trying to bring in this MWO, this great reset. You know what I'm saying? Bringing all this chaos down on the children of Israel is all a part of the grand design. It's actually perfect. You know what I'm saying? Everything is going according to Yahweh Hashem Yahushua and the name Yahushua's plans. And those of us that's having insight, you know what I'm saying, is everything is perfect. Everything is set in motion. Yahweh Hashem Yahushua is perfect. So I'm going to get the last of these verses in, and then I'm going to close out, because I want to show you the other videos, but I don't want it to be mirrored and to be backwards. You know, I need a Skype poll or some shit like that. You know, that way I can record, and I can still, you know, get y'all to see me, and, you know, do it like that, or just do my format a different way. But, you know, in the beginning, in the first part 1, if you see it all like that, you know, it's good to just listen. You know what I'm saying? And then you can just watch me talk or whatever and bring out the word. You know, or you can read this. That's the whole goal of these presentations, and, you know, Great Millstone and them bringing out these classes, to get you to read the Bible on your own, get you to study on your own, seek salvation for yourself. Just because the prophets opened your eyes and they gave you the light, that doesn't mean that they can save you. No, you got to be able to save yourself, partner. You know what I'm saying? You got to be able to redeem yourself. The prophets can get you off smoking. The prophets can get you off drinking. You know, overly drinking. You know what I'm saying? You got drunkards out there, you know, that over abuse it, you know. The God can't get you off. No, the prophets can't get you off crack. Prophets can't get you off heroin. You got to do that part. You got to ask Yahweh to get it off you, and ain't nothing impossible for the Lord, man. Ain't nothing impossible for the Lord. The Lord can do all things, man. Especially when His son was here. He was making the lame walk. He was giving people their eyesight back, the children of Israel. He was taking demonic spirits off people. You know what I'm saying? Like that story with Legion, how he cast all the Legion, all them demons into the swine, and the swine flew off the cliff and died. You know, how the man was blind, deaf, and he couldn't walk, he couldn't see, and the prophet was like, did his parents sin, or did he sin in his past life? You know. It's all different accounts of what Yahweh Shai did, because He was a great healer. He was a great miracle performer. And it was a surprise back then that His people didn't, the people still didn't believe. You know? The 2/3, none of them believe, man. And that's ridiculous, man. Hey, I'm blind as a bat without my glasses. You know what I'm saying? If I was back then, and I was blind like that during that time, which I was, I just don't remember, you know, who I was, and, you know, but I was there back in that time, probably some region of the world. But if Yahweh walked past me, you know, and He, you know what I'm saying, put that salve in my eyes, and, you know, blew on my eyes, and then took the crust off, and I seen, I could be able to see, I'd fall down and worship Him back then the way I do now. Like the Most High say, blessed are they that haven't even met me yet, you know. And that's just what it is, man. So it says, inasmuch as there is none like you, O Yahweh, you are great, and your name is great and great in might. Who would know you? No, who would not fear you, O kings of the nations? It says, for this is your rightful due. For among all the wise men of the nations, and in all their kingdoms, there is none like you, but they are altogether dull-hearted and foolish. A wooden idol is a worthless doctrine. That's right. Silver is beaten into plates. That's that fake Caesar Borgia. It says it is brought from Tarshish, and gold from Uphaz, the work of the craftsman and the hand of the metalsmith. Blue and purple are their clothing. Don't in some of the depictions the fake Messiah, which is the white man, he got that purple cloth around him. God know exactly Yahweh know exactly who he talking about, because all this shit is old. There is nothing new under the sun. All this shit happened before. It ain't nothing new. It says they are all the work of skillful men, but Yahweh is the true God. He is the living God and the everlasting King. At his wrath the earth will tremble. All the nation and the nations will not be able to endure his indignation. Thus you shall say to them, the gods that have not made the heavens and the earth shall perish from the earth and under these heavens. Amen. It says he has made the earth by his power. He has established the world by his wisdom, and he has stretched out the heavens at his discretion. When he utters his voice, that there is a multitude of waters in the heavens. Yes, when you look up in the sky is also known as the first ocean. That's what the sky is mentioned in the Bible, and that's exactly what it is. It's nothing but fucking water up there. It's water up there. You know, it's water all around us. But when the children of Israel back in day one, you know, built the firmament, because that's exactly what it is. It was a huge part of water. You know what I'm saying? And to this day, every day you can see the firmament. You go out there and see nothing but blue sky. You know what I'm saying? And then when you go to the ocean, you know what I'm saying? You even got clouds that hover above. You know what I'm saying? Like directly above the ocean, and then you got clouds that hover at the certain part of the second ocean, and that second ocean is the firmament, what we call it. So it says the multitude of the waters in the heavens, because when the flood happened, he called it the window of heaven, and he opened it, and nothing but water came out. Big ass tornadoes of water came out, and they brought up the flood and deep springs in the ground, because a huge layer of the earth is made with water. Some people call it the abyss, you know what I'm saying? But it can also be called the deep or springs, you know what I'm saying? So you know, when you understand the spirit of Yahweh Shem Shai, and the name Yahweh Shai, the spirit can take you to some places. And the spirit, like the prophets say, use your imagination, man. The Lord didn't make that brain for no reason. You know what I'm saying? The Lord didn't. You can see little projections and shit in your mind. He didn't make that shit for no reason. Use that shit, man. And God will take you on a ride, man. One hell of a ride. That's the spirit. So it says, and he causes the vapors to ascend from the ends of the earth. He makes lightning for the rain. It says he brings the wind out of his treasuries. Everyone is dull-hearted without knowledge. Every metalsmith is put to shame by an image, for his molded image is falsehood. Did not say before you even consider worshiping a false image, you know what I'm saying, or understand what that is, and know what Yahweh Hashem Shai is. He the wind, he the thunder, he the water, he the rain, he the snow, you know what I'm saying, he the dust, he the desert, he the forest. God say, I'm everywhere, man. It says, and there is no breath in them. They are futile, a work of errors. In the time of their punishment they shall perish. The portion of Jacob is not like them, for he is the maker of all things. Exactly. The Israelites that are the 2/3 are so dumb and so retarded. They don't remember that they made all of this. They don't remember that, you know. They don't even want to go back to the records of their memory, which is the Bible. That's the records of our memory. Anything that we need to know about our past lives, we may not know it by description, you know what I'm saying? But we know our past lives by reading the Bible. We know that we made all this shit. All this shit is old, man. It says, and Israel is the tribe of his inheritance. Yahweh Shem Yahushai, and the name Yahushai is his name. Amen. And I'm going to stop right there, you know what I'm saying, calling Yahweh Shem Yahushai, and the name Yahushai. I was in Jeremiah. Jeremiah from chapter 9 all the way to damn near chapter 11. And you can read it if read it, get into the Bible, because that's the true goal of my videos, is to get my brothers and sisters to know Yahweh Shem Yahushai, his only begotten son Yahushai. Give honor and respect to Great Millstone that gave us this word, knowledge, and truth. They're the only church that's preaching this. You know what I'm saying? And church is a group of people, not a building. So you can't go to a building and be like, Great Millstone. No. And Great Millstone mean nuclear event. So they hitting you with that impact, explosion of knowledge, But, and to get you to come back, man, that's the whole goal, man. Because the shit is about to hit the fan. Even if you don't believe, God said, it's going to happen. You know what I'm saying? Just because you turn your head or you lollygagging, you somewhere out in the world doing whatever the fuck you want to do, that doesn't mean that the world is not in the condition that it is. They're not in the condition that it's in. That doesn't mean that the end is coming, not coming. The end is coming, bro. There is an end. There's a beginning to this world and an end to this world, man. And we starting to see major signs of it, and it's starting to be real. You can see it, you can touch it. It's real, man. What the fuck you gonna do? You got a lot of motherfuckers like that that's in folly, wickedness, you know what I'm saying, blind. They just keep lollygagging and doing what the fuck they do. It's fucking weird, man. These motherfuckers talking about cutting off your lights, cutting off your gas. They're talking about running out of food. They're talking about it on the news like this shit is really about to happen. And what do I see outside? Niggas lollygagging. Bitches still want to be gay. Niggas still snorting crack. Niggas still gang banging and shit. Like, what the fuck? Like, but like the Lord say, and the love of many shall wax cold. They don't give a fuck about nothing, man. Which is why they got to be taken out. That's like God said. This is the reason why they need to be destroyed. They're gonna get worse and worse and worse. Evil is gonna be at its maximum. You know what I'm saying, during the end times. But just as well as the righteous is gonna be we're gonna be at our maximum. And we know the game plan. So when the tribulation really kick off, and the tribulation is near, like I said, it's measure the times diligently. Like God said, you see the signs, nigga. You see the signs. You see what's going on out in the world. Measure the times diligently. Check for yourself. See these things and know. Can't put a pinpoint in time on it, but measure the times diligently, nigga. We days away from the gates of hell opening on us, man. Like I said to my brothers and sisters, best to get ready, man. And with that, call on Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, Hashem Rakakodash, in the name Yahushai, and double honors to Great Millstone. You know what I'm saying? And salutations to the brothers and sisters who might be the elect. And so on to the next video.